guys, how are you all today? Welcome back to my channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
First of all, I bought a lot of stuff during quarantine, during lockdown. We're still under kind of like a partial lockdown, but I have hoarded, and by hoarded I actually mean like gone to a whole new level. But these are all the things that I wanted to buy, that I generally buy as well, but because we weren't going out, I bought it all in one go, and then it seemed like a lot. When you buy it over a period of time, you don't really realize how much you've accumulated, but when you buy it all together, it's just like a massive purchase. Some of these you might feel were more of an indulgence, but some of these were absolute necessities. So I'm going to show you each of these, and this haul is in two parts. So there's Amazon and then there's NYKAA. Before we start, one last thing I want to say is if you want to go get yourself something to eat or drink, because this is going to be a long haul. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Alright, let's begin with Amazon. The first thing I got from Amazon was these hair cutting scissors, and these are stainless steel scissors. I wanted one for my grandfather. He is so disciplined about his haircuts. He's so disciplined about, you know, his like neatness and tidiness. So when his hair started growing out, he just felt very, you know, messy, unkempt, and it wasn't him. And when I saw his hair growing out, I knew I had to get this. And it's honestly super easy to use. This is the scissor that most barbers and people in the salons, they use. The grip is really nice. It's got these long blades, so cutting is also easy, and it's really sharp. Like, you know, some scissors are defective when you order them. They don't cut really well. They're not sharp and crisp when it comes to cutting, but these, as you can see, they're just precise, like they're perfect for hair cutting. So you just like kind of damp your hair and then you start cutting. So that's what we did at home, and this was our first purchase. Next, I ordered a Jade roller and a gua sha. I wanted to know what is it all about and why are people so crazy over a gua sha and a Jade roller. When you're doing a face mask, you just use this and kind of take it all the way up. So it just kind of lifts your face. It gives you that real nice facial massage. It is more of a self-care thing than a necessity. I absolutely did not need it, but I just wanted to experiment and see what it was about and tell you guys as well. Now, I haven't been using it too frequently. This is something that I do probably once a month because, you know, a face mask and everything is just, it goes out of my skincare routine. It's not something I do on an everyday basis. So it's just something that you can buy if you want to indulge. Okay, next thing I got is one of my favorites, and I've been sticking to it. It's the 2.5 liter water bottle. Now this is plastic. I know it's something that I could have avoided. I could have probably gone for like copper or something, but you don't really get such big bottles in copper, at least from what I saw on Amazon. So I ended up getting this. Every day in the morning, I fill up 2.5 liters of water, and I make sure I carry this bottle with me around the house wherever I go. Whenever I have this bottle right in front of me, I know I have to finish so much of water. And it's like a goal that I have in front of me, and when I finish, say, this much, I feel really happy and I'm motivated to finish a lot more. So on and so forth, I end up finishing the whole bottle of water, and that I think is really good, especially if you don't drink enough water, if that's a complaint that you have with yourself. I remember I was always super lazy to go to the kitchen, get myself water, and of course when I was like really thirsty, I would drink like anybody else. But going out of your way to get a bottle of water or to get a glass of water was something I was just like, nah. But ever since this has come, it has changed my life for the better. One of the worst things that a girl can come across during quarantine is not having enough cotton pads to clear off her makeup. So I went on to Amazon. Thankfully, they were having this really cool deal. Cotton pads are though generally very affordable, but they had this really cool deal that said 2+1 free. I think this is not English, but I think that's really cool because now I have a lot of them, and these were the cheapest options. I think they work just fine. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with the texture or anything. It's normal. It's how it should be. One pack has 120 pieces, and I think that would last me like a lifetime. Imagine 120 into 360 pieces would last me like an eternity. Next thing I got was this deo. Now, I have always been more of a perfume person than a deo person for some reason. I still don't know what that reason is. Probably because this is more like a spray and that's more like a liquid product that you're putting. But I needed a deodorant just to kind of spritz it all over me. You know how they show in those Axe commercials and all, just kind of do this and that, and then, you know, all these people just come attracted towards you. No, just kidding, I didn't want to do that, but I needed a deodorant just to kind of freshen up. I was buying something off Amazon Pantry, and so on Amazon Pantry you need to have a certain limit and only then you can purchase. There's like a minimum value that you need to have. I think I was buying like atta or toothpaste or something like that, and that value wasn't reaching. So that's when I ended up adding this to the cart. This one is called Blush. It is the Bodylicious Deo Spray. It says it lasts for 24 hours. I am not really sure if it does, because for me it's never really lasted more than 3 to 4 hours and I need to re-spray it all over. But overall it's really nice. Also, there were a lot of days during lockdown when I did not feel like taking a bath. And I know it's unhygienic, but come on, we've all done that. So you just want to like spray a little bit all over and you're ready to get out and nobody's gonna know that you didn't take a bath. My next purchase is also something that was more of a want than a need. So I got these falsies and I got a lash glue to apply it. Now this is not the best pair of falsies you can get. There are a ton of really expensive falsies that you can find on NYKAA, like Huda Beauty. There are Ardell Lashes. So many good companies are there. I just wanted to figure out if I'm even able to put it on, because I got one from Ardell long back from NYKAA and I was not able to put them on at all. Like I was having so much difficulty just trying to get them on. So I got a cheaper version just to see if I was able to manage this, and this was actually recommended to me by a very, very good makeup artist, a friend of mine. So I thought, why not give it a go. And they have all of these amazing ones like coming out, but they have all of these amazing lashes, thick ones, thin ones. So just to kind of figure out, just to play around with this. And then I got the lash glue. This one is the Miss Claire eyelash glue dark tone. Now I do have falsies on right now as well, and I'm not the kind of person who puts on a lot of falsies and does a lot of dramatic makeup. You guys know whenever I come on camera, I try to keep it really natural, really subtle. But today I just thought it's a good opportunity. I'm anyway talking about falsies and my experience with falsies, so why not just pop them on and see if they kind of work for me. It did take me a lot of time to figure this thing out, but the good thing is it's done and it's sorted, and I kind of got the hang of it. It's not easy, I'm going to be very honest. When you do it for the first time, it's gonna take you time, it's gonna take you a lot of patience, but once it's done, you will feel like a whole different woman. Of course, I'm not gonna do this too often because, girl, it's not easy, but yes, once in a blue moon, I think it's fine. Okay, next thing that I got from Amazon is this book called Good Vibes, Good Life, How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness. And this is a very, very good book. It's from Vex King. This book teaches you what is self-love. We use this term so lightly. When everything's fine, all of us are like, this is self-love, that is self-love. We preach self-love, okay? But when things start going downhill, our self-love just vanishes. This book tells you how you can constantly love yourself despite the ups and downs. It tells you how you can get power over your emotions, how you're feeling, whether it's positive or negative. You are in control of your emotions. So it kind of teaches you all of these things. And especially if you're in a position, let's say you've had a fight with a friend, let's say you have just come out of a bad relationship, let's say you're having work problems. If you read this book, then it's going to be like your anchor and it will guide you through those problems. They talk about the importance of positive thinking, how you can change your life, how you can be in control of your life, because you can. It's not impossible. When you relate it to your own self, it makes so much sense. If you think of yourself as a boat or as a ship in a very stormy ocean, this is the tugboat that gets you out of that, puts you on the safe harbor, puts you on the port and makes you feel at ease. I post a lot of photos from the book as well because they've got a lot of nice quotes going on throughout the book. So I do post a lot here and there on Instagram stories, which, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, my ID is somewhere on the screen, so make sure you come join the family. I would love that. A lot of you asked what I'm reading, and this is the book. And again, you can find it on Amazon. All the links to all these products are down below in the description box. Alright, we're halfway through the haul and now we will talk about NYKAA. Now I got a lot of stuff from NYKAA, mostly beauty stuff and like wellness and this and that. I will show you everything. The first thing I got was actually a thing I had my eyes on for the longest time. It's this Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit, and I did have a brow pencil from NYKAA earlier, but that was just so dark and the tip was so thick. It kind of made my eyebrows look really thick, and now my eyebrows are still better. They look nice and they're done up. But when my eyebrows were all bushy and messy, I was using this for the longest time just to fill up the bald patches. I don't usually like doing a very thick eyebrow. I think it looks really fake for me personally. This is just something that is really natural and it is on the higher side. I think it's for something like 2,000 rupees, but it is worth every penny and it's like an investment. With makeup, I believe investing is the way to go because these things last you a lifetime. It's got a spoolie on one end. On the other end, it has this pencil that is really light, so it doesn't matter with what intensity you press it on, it just comes off really lightly and really effortlessly, so it looks really natural. Even if you mess up and you kind of go over like that, it won't look like you've messed up. That is why it's called goof proof, because you don't really mess up if you have the goof proof pencil. Okay, next up I got 3 really nice brushes for makeup. One is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I bought one of this earlier as well, I think 2 to 3 years ago, and it's broken off now. So 2 to 3 years this is going to last you. So anyway, I wanted a new expert face brush and this is what I got, and it really, you don't even need like 10,000 different brushes for 10,000 different things. You just need one brush. The bristles move effortlessly and they just go to all the places where you want to put your foundation, your concealer. It's a very nice medium-sized brush. So even if you want to apply say concealer, foundation, you want to do contouring, it's perfect. So if you just want one brush, this is the Expert Face Brush. Real Techniques is a very good makeup brush brand, so you can check them out. Next, I got a concealer brush. Now I wanted something more precise for all of these places. For the longest time, I was using the Expert Face Brush or this pack brush for my makeup. Even for like concealer, I would just do this and kind of apply concealer. But I thought, let's just be a little more advanced and let's learn how to do it in the proper manner. So I got this brush. This is from Pack. It says Pack 272. This one basically has a slant, so when you apply concealer, it kind of sits really well. You can also use it for contouring your nose and just basically going into all the areas that are thin, and you don't need a thick brush for that. The last brush that I got was the NYKAA eyeshadow brush, and this again, if you see, the tip is really thin. This one I particularly use for the lower lash line. Usually when you do your eyeshadow, you want to take a darker shade and just go below your lower lash line to make it all look put together. So that's when I use this. Also, if you want to dab a certain shimmer shade or any shade, to be honest, you just take a little bit and kind of dab it. Because it is so precise, it goes right where you want it to go, so you're not making a very muddy, a very messy eyeshadow look. It's very precise, it goes straight there and your eyeshadow looks flawless. That's why I wanted a very detailed, a very precise eyeshadow brush to kind of pack the shades right in. Next, I got these 2 face washes. Now this is the Plum Green Tea face wash, mainly for pore cleansing, and this is the Himalaya Neem face wash, which is for preventing pimples. Now I'm sure you must have seen this one, though I'm sure you must have seen everywhere, because this is like such an OG face wash. Almost everybody has used it at some point, especially if you have an acne problem. This is very, very gentle, very soothing. It has no microbeads, nothing at all, so it doesn't exfoliate. It just gently cleanses your face. While on the other hand, this one does have very tiny microbeads. Again, it's not hard, it's not rough, it's not coarse. It is very gentle, but just very tiny microbeads. So it gently exfoliates and it cleanses your pores, and I just feel like it's all nice and clean, and it takes out all of the gunk out of the pores, so it's all nice and fresh and, you know, baby soft. So that's why I like this. This one has green tea, this one has neem. Both of them are excellent if you have oily and acne prone skin, primarily because green tea and neem are ingredients that do end up curing acne. Next, we ended up getting soaps from Khadi Naturals. Again, you can find these on NYKAA. Khadi Naturals has a ton of really nice soaps and all different fragrances. So we got lavender, sandalwood and rose water, I believe, and I'm currently using rose water. It smells literally like rose petals. This one is pure lavender. I don't remember where sandalwood is at the moment. I think mom's using it, but this one is really, really nice. Each of these soaps come for 70 rupees, and that I think is pretty cool for a handmade soap with essential oils, which is all natural. So this is something I really like, and I picked up a few. I also got the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer because I was out of my last one, and this one is in the shade Porcelain. My last one kind of has a little more, so this one's still in the packaging. I haven't opened it yet. But this is the shade that I use. It's very natural. It looks super, super nice, super natural, not very cakey. And the shade is also perfect. You can see my under eyes don't look super lit, but they also don't look super dark. So it just gives a very natural base, just what I like. So that was about it. This was all of the stuff that I got during lockdown. These things we anyway keep collecting. You know, we need soaps, we need cotton pads, deodorants, all of this stuff. When you buy all of these things in one go, it feels like a huge, huge purchase. But nevertheless, those were all of the things that I got. I really hope you guys enjoyed this haul. All the links once again will be down below. So if you want to buy anything at all, you can go to the description box and buy it for yourself. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave your comments down below letting me know what other videos you want to watch. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell notification icon, so every time I upload a video, you're the first to know about it. One last thing before I leave, I do go live on Instagram very often, and my ID is right over here. I post a lot of OOTDs. I talk to you all. We have chit chats. So if you're into that sort of stuff, you want to have a chit chat sometime really soon, make sure you join the family on Instagram as well. I would love that. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye.